Hey guys, I'm back again today. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I am pregnant, and I have been wanting to do this video for a while. I feel like most pregnant women get drier skin. I know it is just we're getting out of summer now, so I know if you have been pregnant during the summer, you're like, no, my skin is oily. Just because you're always hot, probably. That's at least how I was. But now that it's getting cooler, I think this is the perfect time to whip out all these moisturizing, radiant, hydrating products that I am going to use today. This video isn't just for if you're pregnant, it's just for anybody wanting radiant, glowy, hydrated skin, really, really quick. Everything else, brows, eyes, lips, everything's just kind of quick and minimal. I feel like when you're pregnant, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time staring in the mirror. So anything that you can get done quick and not really think about, that's what I go for. So I'm going to show you a bunch of the products that I love during my pregnancy. Also, a lot of them might be a little bit expensive, so I show you dupes and cheaper alternatives to all of those. So if you want to see how I get this really quick, fresh, radiant look that is not just for pregnancy, it's for anybody, then keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting with a clean, moisturized face, and I'm going to go straight in with a glowy, like light infusing primer. My favorite from the drugstore would be L'Oreal Magic Lumi. These types of primers, I don't think they're really made to make your makeup last forever or like fill in pores. They're just made to give you a really pretty glow from underneath your foundation. So there's that one. There's this Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights. I like to use this one mixed in with my foundation. Another kind of cheaper one was from Victoria's Secret. This is the Fresh Face Brightening Gel Cream. I really like this one. It's probably closest to MAC Strobe Cream. The one I love is the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. This one is kind of a really intense glow, so I use a tiny bit of this mixed in with my foundation. I would never rub this all over my face because it's too glowy. But I'm going to go ahead and use MAC Strobe Cream. Very similar to the Magic Lumi. The only difference is this is like runnier, a little thinner. This is kind of a more thick, hydrating feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I don't know if it's picking it up at all, but it just gave my skin a really glowy finish, kind of like a dewy, glowy finish. I honestly feel like my skin is kind of dull right now, so I'm really like playing it up with all these glowy, hydrating, dewy products just to kind of give me that pregnancy glow back, because sometimes I feel pretty gross and I don't feel like it's there, if you know what I mean. And my new favorite face product of the moment is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I love this. It's really similar to MAC Face and Body, just a little thicker, a little more coverage, but it smells really similar. It feels really good, just like MAC Face and Body. It doesn't feel like you're piling makeup on, which is the last thing I want when I'm pregnant. This is amazing. I really, really recommend it. A good cheaper alternative is the Aveeno Positively Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. They're both kind of claiming to give this radiant finish to your skin. I do think they do that, especially layered on top of one of those glowy primers or face lotions. So I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm just going to take this angled kabuki brush, pick up some of that, and just start buffing it over my skin. I like to press it into my skin first and then kind of buff it out. That was one light layer on this half of the face. And it covered up everything I wanted it to. I can still see all my birthmark freckles or whatever they're called through it, and that's exactly what I want in a tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face now. And tinted moisturizers are really good most of the time to work in with your hands. So you can do that if you don't have brushes. And if that didn't give you enough coverage, it's really buildable. You can just go over another layer on areas that you need it. But that is good for now. I'm really into NARS face products lately. So I'm going with my Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, trying to stick with the whole Radiant products thing. I'm just taking that where I get red or like a blemish right there. I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my face right now because it's looking pretty lifeless. My go-to for the past couple weeks has been my Chanel Bronze Universal. It's a cream bronzer. I love this. A lot of people don't like it. I absolutely love it. So, but I think I've mentioned this before. An amazing dupe for it is this Sonia Kashuk cream bronzer. This is probably a little darker, but they feel the same when you're applying them. They last the same amount of time. I do kind of trade off with those, but this is expensive, so I'm trying to use it up. So I'm just taking that to my usual bronzing areas just to add some definition and color. So kind of under my cheekbones, but I also bring it up to my cheeks just because that's where the sun actually does hit. I like to take it up along my hairline. There's so many cream type of highlighters out there. A lot of the time I like to take this Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights, put a little on the back of my hand, pick it up with a stippling brush and kind of dab it on there. I do that a lot. Or e.l.f. makes a good kind of a wind up radiance enhancer, it's called. I have been loving this Girl Meets Pearl by Benefit. It's a liquid pearl for the face. So it just kind of twists up, and I like to take it on this e.l.f. stippling brush. Place it right on my cheekbones. And I've been loving these types of highlighters because they look so natural. They look literally like glowing from within type of look. It doesn't give off a metallic-y finish like most powder highlighters do. I don't know if you can see, but it literally just gives a glow from within, not a glow from on top of the skin. What I mean by that metallic-y glow that sometimes I go for is like this. You see how that is straight up like super metallic. I like it sometimes, most of the time at night. But I've just been really into this like barely there natural glow that these creamy products give me. And again, sticking with cream products, I've been loving the Josie Maran Cheek Jelly, the coconut water one. Or I'm going to use this one today because I have a really good dupe for it. This is Makeup Forever High Definition Cream Blush. And I love the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blushes. They're creamy, and as you can see, it's kind of got like a satiny, glowy finish to it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Taking another stippling brush and just picking up some of this product. And I'm just going to stipple that right above my bronzer, and then kind of overlapping my highlight that I put down. I like doing that because then it really looks like the glow is coming from within when it's sitting underneath your blush. I like using these stippling brushes for cream products because it does not pick up a lot of product, so it keeps you from going overboard and having like a heavy creamy product sitting on your skin. I'm going to set just my T-zone with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I just know that my T-zone will break up some of this product if I don't set it. So that's why I'm doing that. I have been loving Buxom products lately. This is the Big and Healthy lipstick in the shade Amsterdam. I like them because they kind of give you like a tingling feeling. I don't notice like a plumping difference, but I like how they feel, how they wear throughout the day. So this is obviously a matte color, and most of the time I just leave it matte. I've been loving matte lips. But I'm going to top that off with this, with a Buxom lip gloss in White Russian. I just don't want the flat look of a matte lip today. So adding a gloss just adds a little bit more dimension to the lip and makes them look a little bit fuller. But I have been loving matte lips lately as well. So for the eyes, I usually just throw on mascara and I'm done. So you can go ahead and do that now, but I'm just going to show you what I like to do when I want to kind of take it to the next level makeup wise and do something on the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and take this eyeshadow primer from Ulta. And the first thing I'm going to do on my eyes is take a bronzer. This is Maybelline Dream Sun. You can use whatever brown eyeshadow you have. I just think it's really easy to just grab. I don't know, it's just kind of like a no-brainer to just grab a bronzer and use it instead of trying to find another crease color. I don't know. So I'm just pushing that through my crease. And I've just been going for super easy looks where you don't really have to think about it. So I've been loving cream products once again. The Maybelline color tattoos are really, really good. I just, whatever color I want to use that day, just pat some right on the lid with some bronzer through the crease and that's it. I think that's a really easy look to do. But today I am going to use a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I know NYX isn't available at like every drugstore, but Maybelline makes some eyeshadow sticks. Wet n Wild has some too. So you can find stuff like this anywhere really. This is the color Sparkle Leopard and I'm just going to add that to my entire lid. And then pat it and kind of blend it out with my finger. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this Wet n Wild one. This is in the shade Pixie. Just going to add a little bit to my inner corner and blend that out. So that was super easy eyeshadow look. I'm actually going to run a little bit of this underneath. And to keep my eyes looking open and awake, because you can kind of look a little bit tired when you're pregnant, at least I do. So I'm taking a flesh toned eyeliner and I'm just going to pop that on my waterline. It's just going to help keep my eyes looking more open and fresh. And if I was going all out, I would probably add a winged liner, but that's all I want to do for today. So I'm going to just curl my lashes. And I didn't really address this because I didn't need it for myself. But if you are pregnant and you have the mask of pregnancy or melasma or whatever it's called, I just recommend a good concealer. I don't think you should wear a heavy foundation. It just might feel gross. I just think you need to get a good concealer. I recommend MAC Pro Longwear just to add only on the areas that need that coverage. Don't put a heavy product everywhere else. Also, I know some pregnant women suffer, it's not suffering, but have dark under eye circles. Again, I just think you need to pick up a really good concealer like the MAC Pro Longwear. I struggled with that. I would definitely be using MAC Pro Longwear to cover whether it be dark under eye circles or the mask of pregnancy. So yeah, this look might not be for everyone, just depending on how your skin is during pregnancy. I know some people get crazy dry skin, which these creamy hydrating products would be great for. Some people have super oily skin, which I would stick to just powders because these would kind of not help the oily process, the oily aspect of the skin. Everybody's different, so just kind of play around with what you like. Okay, so one of my new favorite products is this Lancome Seal Booster XL. It's an eyelash primer. Well, this was 100 points, 100 Sephora points. Totally worth it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy the full size one day. I just noticed a difference in my lashes. I feel like they look longer and fuller when I use this. I like to add mascara to my bottom lashes. I feel like it opens up the eye even more. When I'm not filming and talking to you guys, I whip this look out in under 10 minutes, I think. And I think the thing that takes the longest is my brows because I'm using a powder and a brush. But on my list of things to buy is a brow pencil. I want to find a good drugstore one. I love... Hi, buddy. I love the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's just expensive, and I used it so quickly, which kind of bugged me. I wanted it to last longer, but whatever. So if you have a good drugstore or cheaper brow pencil, let me know. So I am just going to fill in my brows just lightly. I'm using the shade Faint from the Naked 2 palette. So that's super, super easy, and it just makes, I just think it finishes off a face. Okay, so I wasn't too precise. I just wanted to get a little bit more color on them just to fill them in a bit. I always have to set my brows with a clear brow gel, or any brow gel really. This is by Salon Perfect from Walmart. Also, another thing, if you do get dark under eye circles when you're pregnant, on top of a good brightening concealer, I think it's great to set that with a brightening under eye powder. This e.l.f. High Def under eye setting powder is awesome. To set my skin, because it is cream and liquid products that I used, I am going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. It's just going to help it so it doesn't slide off my face if it gets too hot. So that is my finished pregnancy makeup look. You can obviously do this whenever you want. This is just how I've been loving to do my makeup for the past little while. I just love playing up the whole radiant pregnancy glow type of skin. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. But that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys can take away a couple tips from this video. Like I said, this isn't just for pregnant ladies. It's for everybody who wants really easy, radiant, glowy skin. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.